to the Nollywood actress and social media influencer Nkechi Blessing Sunday and her now ex-husband Opeyemi Falegan, aka ODF. Both set social media ablaze as they revealed reasons why they parted ways. The split comes as a surprise to many Nigerians because just months ago, they were on the social media displaying their love and affection for each other, vowing never to leech each other. In fact, she went as far as saying that she'll pour, is it bleach or something, acid on somebody, whoever tries to take her man. But hey, things happen. There's always there's a thin line between love and hate. So we understand that that's not even the issue. But as we always like to say, we don't like talking about people. We don't like to elicit the lessons from these people's experiences. So we don't know her, we don't know him, we're not trying to condemn their persons. We're talking about the experience. What can we learn from it?
The way I see these days, people just come out to talk. And there are rules in my religion that forbids issues of marriage to be discussed. If it is not life-threatening, people like this water down when people leave marriages for divorce, for things that are life-threatening, when they can't even have oxygen in their marriages. People like this water it down. When you bring the reason to, I forced 500,000 naira out of you, you've brought it to money. Do you know what other women are dealing with? They don't even want the money, just let me have peace. Can I even sleep and close eye and safe? Some people sleep like this in their marriages. Do you know that? You know, you water it down to simple things, and then the uncouth language, the description, the obscenities. God. In this month of the holy month, let
me not let you go and say what you say.
Telling you.
Talk about your thoughts on this.
We need to discuss this thing because we must call out what is wrong as what is wrong.
Exactly.
Her behavior, her character, the way she lashed out at her partner and the things she said is wrong. You don't say those things. But she shouldn't have said those things. There are things you don't say.
I know that there are a group of people who feel that I will tear you off because this is who I am. I'm speaking my mind. That's who I am. You are telling nobody off but yourself. Everything that comes out of your mouth is just a representation of who you are and you truly are. That's it. Everybody is looking to you, looking at you now. Just think, if this other person comes out with anything, they'll be like, well, we can understand why it did not work out. It has to be because of you. Look at the way you're talking in public. We cannot even imagine how you spoke to this person in private. And then you have younger ones. Maybe you want to have children sometime. Is this the example you truly want to show? Many times we do all these things because of our ego. We want people to hail us. But for how many minutes or how many seconds of your time will they call you and hail you? Then for the rest of your life, behind your back, and sometimes in front of you. In fact, there are some of your friends right now that have held on to this thing, waiting for the day that it's supposed to be your special day, the day that they're supposed to come and look at you for maybe some of the good that you have done, and then they bring out this video for you. I mean, there are different ways to express yourself. I always find people, and that's a mistake a lot of us make, I always find that people who have a certain way of talking, when they're on your side, we encourage them. When they are misbehaving but they're on your side, you be encouraging them. Then the day, because it's the part of the day they now do it to you, you'll feel bad. And so people like that, whether they're your friends now or your family members, you need to be able to call them out for their bad behavior. As far as I'm concerned, whatever it is that she was going through, the way that she decided to deal with it was wrong. You don't call people out and lay out dirty linen like that. It's not right.
She claims he did a video and that he sent private messages to some bloggers about building a house. So this is where I have a reply for her. Let's assume that somebody is claiming your work. You know, if it's not your intellectual property that you're battling in court, you have no business talking to them. If we like, where I'm from, because she's you know, supposedly like us, we are verbally expressive women. You know, if you know, native be shame. If he says he built your house and he's not proving it, that's his talk and empty talk. If you don't answer him, he doesn't prove anything. If you answer him, it just might prove some things. So if he says he built your house, and you say you built your house, you went on in replying him, expose your business about how you're influenced and you take this amount, X amount of money. There are people who get paid better than what you mentioned. Monthly, for what you do monthly. And you just came and you just exposed your secret, the secrets of your trade, in defending yourself when the matter is not even up for defense. Because the matter is not before any court. Nobody's going to decide anything except based on their biases, what they feel about it. And based on some people's biases, what you did was trash.
She has been in a frustrated marriage where nothing was happening in the other room, where the man was not doing anything, and she's having to resort to toys to satisfy her. She's frustrated. And then she's a celebrity. She has a platform. She's expressing it. Why are we upset that she's expressing herself?
You know, there was a time that I was somewhere and people were just talking about really intimate things that they do. And I said, and you know, they looked at me as usual, you are not going to say anything. I said, we all go to the loo, right? All of us.
Yes, no.
But when we go there, we go in there, we sit down and we close the door. There's a time and place for everything. If you have a problem and you want to solve the problem, or you want to do something about it, it's either you go to the person, the therapist, the doctor that can help you solve the problem. But if you want to mock somebody, then you do what she did. So it's not about her being frustrated. If she was frustrated and I want to work this out, it's a doctor or a therapist that should have been listening to this conversation. But if you want to make fun of someone, if you want to bring someone down, if you want to make the person, see, I'm going to destroy your reputation. I'm going to make sure that the world looks at you and laughs at you. One thing I know is that when you dig a hole for, they say when you're digging a hole for somebody, be careful how deep you dig it because you just might fall into it. So in bringing someone down, you also bring yourself down.